Buenos días y bienvenidos.
Part of two? What? Oh, okay.
Oh, let's start again.
Yeah,
I fucked up. Yeah, okay. All right. Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Buenos días. Mi nombre es Germán.
Willkommen. My name is Miguel. And welcome to Party of Two. Yeah, sorry, that was awkward.
Very, very awkward.
So, the main thing behind it is that our friend Herman here. Mm-hmm. Oh, first and foremost, thank you to the viewers that we got on the last episode.
Thank you.
Cheers to you.
Appreciate that.
Thanks for the comments. Thank you very much, Vero, for suggesting for us to drink some local coffee. We'll get into that later. Mm-hmm. But our friend German. Well, he's not German, but his name is Herman. Our friend Deutschland over here. He is learning. Well, you already know Spanish, right?
So the thing, yeah, you're right. I do know Spanish, but I need to use it more, or at least I want to be better at it.
Formalizing it.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Especially in the field I'm going to be going into. It's very. It's strongly suggested you be bilingual because you're going to be dealing with a lot of culture.
Of course, you don't want any sorts of miscommunication, and especially in that field of work.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it was an idea of introducing ourselves in a language that he needs for his field, and that I've just been hung up for the past decade, which is German, right? So why not? But yeah. Oh, so. We want to get into the coffee. Where did you get this delightful coffee from?
Today's coffee is brought to us by, well, not brought to us by, but...
Or they were served?
They were served by Kinley's. Kinley's Coffee House, located in the corner of Kirby and Mesa.
Right, and that is, of course, in El Paso.
It is, and it's nice coffee. We've enjoyed a couple of cups. Would you say?
Yes. The reason why we went with this is because it is... local. Mm-hmm. It's a local coffee shop, and it's been. I was introduced to it by our friend here, Herman, and I recall that day. It was that snowy February 14th of this year, and it was very special. Not because I was single, but because it was snowing. A storm.
For some weird reason, it was snowing, like a freakish storm that day, too.
Yes. Now, I want to say that you had taken me for my birthday. Thank you very much, sir. Mm-hmm. Way earlier, that was in January. But that day, I don't know, dude, it's like that, having that cozy, warm feeling of being inside, drinking your warm coffee and just seeing a snowstorm out there. It was pretty cool.
That's right.
But Vero, let me take a sip for you in your honor. And let me say that I forgot to put Splenda.
Good job.
And I don't even know where I left it. Oh, it's right here. Oh, I think I did. I think it's just not that too sweet. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't mix it. Let me use my pen here to. I'm just kidding. But anyway.
A screwdriver.
What do we got for today, bro?
Well, let's see. For today, there's a lot of things, of course, but. Something I want to bring up is because I was thinking about it. Over in the news, I was hearing how, Paramount now has their own subscription service, right? And everybody nowadays has their own subscription service. And I was thinking, like, if there are so many subscription services, do you think pirating is just going to be a norm again? Because in the past, people used to download music because it was they had to pay for all their music, and then apps like Spotify and Apple Music came up, and then they just went to that. So people would pirate content like movies and shows online because they wouldn't be on TV or they didn't want to rent it. But now all these streaming services are offering all these movies, but now they're taking all their properties back, right? With Paramount and Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus.
Exclusivity, correct.
Mm-hmm. So now you have to literally have maybe 4 or 5 subscription services to watch what you want. That's almost like $50 a month minimum. So do you think pirating would come back?
You know what? I think that I see that as a toughie because, you have all this I believe that nowadays you have a way wider reach to finding something that was probably not there in Netflix or any streaming platform. But now that all these are coming out, now there's more of a variety. Sorry, and it's easier not to pirate, right? But now I do understand, since, like you said, that everybody's just taking their property back. And I think it does call for a pirating game, but I don't know, man. Like me personally, I would believe it would stay at bay. It would stay as it is. You'll have more complaining people, and one of those people is me, because like it doesn't make sense. Back then it was way easier. Netflix was just like the home of it all, basically. It was the king of the hill, and now you got, what do we got? Out of the top of your head, we got Netflix, we got Hulu. We got
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Wow, that's a big one again.
HBO Now.
HBO Now. Yeah, that's where they're streaming the movies that are coming out. Oh, it's something I want to touch on later on. That was brought to your question. And then we got the new Peacock. Now Paramount. So, yeah, there's a lot of content out there, exclusive content. But I do understand the dilemma of people not wanting to pay another $10. Or in some scenarios, if it's, Disney Plus is at $6.99, $7.99. Someone won't touch their hearts, just like Netflix did back in the day. But I do understand where you're coming from. What about you? Do you think it's like you said?
Okay, so I only have maybe one subscription service. That's to Verve, because I enjoy watching anime.
Okay.
But for everything else, I just pirate it. I just go to like Putlocker.
Okay, like the online movies, like the 1, 2, 3 movies.
Whatever, yeah. Because I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to rent it for a day and then return it. Or 2, I don't want to have to pay for a subscription. I'm only going to see one movie and then that's it.
But wouldn't that be different than pirating? Because pirating is, because I don't know. Like, wouldn't it be like you actually like downloading and if you go into a website, you're just streaming it. And it's still become illegal?
I think it still is, because you're watching the content without paying for it. It's like, remember, I don't know if you did this when you were in high school, but I would go pay for a movie ticket, and I would go into one movie, the one I wanted to watch, and then I would go sneak into another one.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have done that.
So to a certain extent, that's a form of pirating.
It is, yes. Okay, yeah, I get you. It's like, it's in the, wow. It's just weird to, it's weird to say that back then it was a normal thing to do, because of course of the not being able to find all this content that is legal or whatever. But now that you put it that way, I wonder how many people still do that. And it sounds bad, but stream via the internet without paying their fees. But man, hey, I think that was like very polar opposite, like in a way.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
Hey, and now since you like anime, you into all that Crunchyroll?
Yes.
Is there another app that our viewers can enjoy their
you can enjoy with Crunchyroll, Verve, Funimation, High Drive, and that's all I can think of at the moment.
He is you're a nut for anime, correct? What's your favorite anime?
That's a hard one. I think it would have to be Fully Cooley.
Is Pokemon considered anime?
It is. It is actually considered an anime, but I just never really fell into it.
So manga is a book?
Yes, like anime comics.
Oh, it's a comic. Oh, yes. Okay.
Manga is an anime comic.
Nice. All right.
That's the best way.
Well, let me jump into what I was going to ask you.
Ooh.
Do you think a lot of people nowadays that HBO, their streaming service is out and they offer the new releases, do you think that's going to change the whole and all theater experience? Do you think people are going to just watch it at home now that it's available there for
I think that is a mixed bag. I personally feel like it's a mixed bag, because you have your people that enjoy watching movies in general. It doesn't matter where, but you also have people that enjoy watching movies in theaters. Because I'm the kind of person that I love watching movies in theaters.
Yes. I mean, there's factors. Go ahead.
Yes. So it is going to be a mixed bag. I mean, this last year, so many movie companies have just been releasing the movies in their platforms, and charging them, Disney Plus. Like for example, I think what was it? It was $30 for Mulan when it came out.
Wow, no way, and that's why it fails horribly, right?
So you had to have the subscription and pay an additional $30.
It's like kind of like you're paying for cable, and you want to watch pay-per-view kind of deal.
Exactly.
I guess nobody really knew what was gonna happen, but I guess sadly for like Mulan, for example, it was just a guinea pig.
It was, yeah.
And it sucks, because I liked Mulan, of course, the animated version back then. Have you watched the recent one?
I haven't, and it just because I was hearing, and I know I shouldn't, be judging from what I hear, but everybody was saying that Mulan was. Let's be honest, it was like a musical because they would be singing a lot.
Yeah.
Like a typical Disney movie.
Yeah.
But this time around, it was like a very serious movie, and I didn't know how that settled with me.
Like drama filled, or yeah. I mean, it was a pretty dramatic movie. If you take away the singing,
that's true. Yeah.
Aren't all Disney movies dramatic?
They are.
They are, right?
Their deaths are dramatic.
There's countless of it.
Like I when I was little, I don't know if you saw Tarzan, but when I was growing up, and I would watch Tarzan, and I didn't really get the scene where like that bad guy, like the real buff dude with the short hair, he was going after Tarzan, and then he fell into like a thing of vines, and
he disappeared, right?
He fell, and then you just see like thunder or lightning show like a shadow of him being hung by the vines.
So in a way, that was murder.
It was.
I mean, not murder. It was just death, showing death.
It's kind of gruesome, if you think about it. But like, it's like, but we only show the shadow, so it's not that bad.
Or like the Bambi scene where Bambi's mother is taken from us. That's also that could be pretty scarring. But when you're watching it, you're in your feels, you just get sad, too. But
you don't really care. Oh, and you know what?
Well, I cared, but
you know what I didn't like, or a lot of people just like glance over, is in Beauty and the Beast, in the scene where like the townsfolk just storm and raid the castle, and then like the furniture, the things start fighting back. I don't know if you remember seeing that movie.
No, well, I've seen it, but it's been a good while.
So all these like inanimate objects come to life, right?
Okay.
And then there's this one, like a drawer, not a drawer, what do you call it? Like a cabinet, or like a wardrobe,
Okay.
So this wardrobe is like on the second floor, and then she jumps off and lands on someone. She basically like murdered him, if you think about it.
It's just splat.
Yeah, just like, it's like, it's kooky because it's just like a cartoon, but she murdered that man.
Wow.
This like 500-pound, wardrobe fell on a man.
It's like so much is going on at the same time that stuff like that just goes, over your head by subtleness. You don't really see it, but it's there. Hey, it's plain out murder. Hey, but Disney, you're pretty cool. Just sponsor us.
To a certain degree.
Which brings me to a point that I've been trying. It's completely out of what we're talking about. But last night, I wanted to take this note down, and this goes as follows. Do you think beards in men? Do you think facial hair is like a safety blanket for some men? Let me explain.
Okay.
A lot of people, and one of those people is myself. Since I knew that I could start, letting this go out, and then to some people it might be mediocre because it doesn't go that big. It still, hides my soft shin. Do you think it's kind of like a safety blanket for men?
Sort of like male makeup.
Basically, yeah.
You know what? Yes, I would think it is. Because I've seen men shaved and I've seen some men. I've seen one person shaved and with a beard, and there is a big difference.
Since I've known you, I've never seen you either with a mustache or with any, like, you
Really?
got peach fuzz, bro. Like right now you have your hair, but like,
A little bit.
yeah, it's like if you touch you right now, it's just like prickly.
Yeah.
But like, do you just don't mind? Like, you just.
I like to be in both parties, like, because you've seen, sometimes I'll be having facial hair for a few months, and then sometimes I'll go shaved.
But what I meant is, like, I've never seen you like full on. Like, does it grow fully?
You know what? The length, it's not that long. I would say at the most is like a centimeter. Because, okay,
Really?
so yeah, it grows even, but it doesn't grow like long. Because I've tried growing it long before. It doesn't look too good.
So you are a solid, it covers it all, but then it's like when it comes to length, you're not gonna be like Mr. Santa
Yeah,
Claus,
no,
right?
I'm not gonna be, yeah.
Okay, that's kind of something to envy in a good way to some folks out there that can completely rock that thing,
Yes.
And to some it looks good.
It does, you're
To
right.
others, it just looks like a mess,
Okay, you know what does bother me though? Is people that rock the beards and you don't maintain it. Why would you do that? Why would you have this like nice beard but like it'll be straggly and untamed? They don't put product in it or they don't comb it. It's just a mess.
Now, I've seen guys that beard isn't the nicest thing that they have, right? It could be better, but the way that they, I guess it's not even combed, it's just their own style. It fits them already. It's like, okay, like it's pretty ugly, but I guess it fits you. It's like people get used to and once you shave it or cut it or do it, people notice immediately, hey, did you do something different to your beard? So in a way, it's kind of just like an addition to your walking advertisement and your brand.
Like the lead singer from System of a Down, where he had that long goatee for a while. I remember that. And then when he shaved, I was just like, hey, did they change singers? What happened here?
I know.
So, yeah.
And like he had big hair too.
Yeah.
No, he's just all like clean. But something that also I wanted to mention is because, when you got into the whole like maintaining it, I would maintain my quote-unquote beard, but I would do it the old-fashioned way, in which I would use like those scissors,
Okay. Yeah, the little trimmers.
I wouldn't use like our electric trimmers and all that shit. Now that I do, I want to say that it was like I always joke with Germán that once I find something that is cool and it's productive, it's kind of like achievement unlocked from the Xbox.
Bing.
Like, boom. Like, okay, achievement unlocked. You are now a certified.
What is it? Basic hygiene unlocked.
There you go. I don't know why I was going too technical, but basic hygiene. It's very broad, bro. Like
okay.
It's just
beard maintenance.
Beard maintenance.
Beard maintenance unlocked.
But yeah, I guess it was very difficult at some point because even my bigotes, bro. Like I would they grow like I don't know, and sometimes I would cut my fucking lips. But now
So I have something to admit. I can't grow a mustache because for some reason in this section, like just specifically the section under my nose, the hairs grow straight. They don't grow down. So like I was like, you know what? Like I would hear or I would look up things like how to make them grow down, and they would just say, oh, just keep letting it grow and it's gonna go down. And I just had like these whiskers that just sticking out of my face like this. I was like,
but I've never seen a mustache having hairs down. Are my hairs down?
They are down. That's the thing.
But like they're not like down like that. They're just to the side, right?
Yeah, but like, see, that's the thing. Like yours look nice. The ones I like,
thanks,
oh, you're welcome. And the ones I would have, no, they would literally just stick out. But I saw that like some guys when I was going to EPCC, I saw that there was this guy that tried to rock a mustache, but his hairs right here in that area would just go straight out. So I was
we could appreciate this is not a full-on mustache because there's a gap right there, right?
But you know what though? If you were to shave everything else, you can still rock that. It would still look decent.
I just can't do the, what's this called?
The goatee.
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 It don't grow fully. There's
No.
just always gonna be this gap. So I'm like a fake mustache. I'll go Hulk Hogan on you guys. Yeah, Johnson. All right.
Genetics sponsor us.
Yeah. Genetic. Yeah. Let's go back a couple generations.
So
In a nutshell, you think it's a safety blanket?
yes, I think it is a safety blanket. For some people.
Yes, I've done the mistake of shaving it off, and I didn't want to get out of the house for a month.
So talking about genetics, I have a question for you.
What is it?
So it's more of like what would you choose question. So let's say you had two choices. The first choice is you live for 50 years, but you're indestructible, like Superman.
Okay.
The next choice is you're guaranteed 100 years of life,
Yeah.
but you can die, like a normal person, like a car crash or something. But like eternally, you can live for 100 years, like a healthy 100 years. What would you choose?
So it's a guarantee that I could live to 100 years.
Yeah, guaranteed minimum 100 years.
Minimum 100 years.
If you take care of it, like you don't like do extreme stuff like.
So basically, like right now, like us humans, like
Like you'll be like a human that can
shit
is
happens
guaranteed.
to me, but guaranteed 100 years of
Yeah,
life.
if you take care of yourself.
And then the other one's 50 years, but I'm indestructible.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna go too technical.
Okay.
I'm just gonna answer the question as is.
You have one technical question you can ask.
Okay. Will this indestructive force, meaning I could breathe underwater, I could breathe up in outer space?
You're indestructible. That's simple. You're like Superman.
Well,
Guaranteed 50 years
No.
of Superman.
no.
No.
I would go for the 100 years.
For the 100 years?
A man without a weakness is not a man. I don't know where I came up with that. But no, I would like to live 100 years. Minimum. If everybody's scared, well, no, it's not. I'm just going too technical again. Sorry, my bad, guys. I'll go for the 100 years. What about you?
Okay, so I was legitimately thinking about it. So it's because if you're indestructible for 50 years, you can use that to your advantage, as in you can become like the next Daredevil and not even worry about the consequences. You can literally profit off of your own immortality. So you can 10 years you can be really popular and be like, oh, I'm gonna do this crazy thing. I'm just gonna jump off the Grand Canyon. I'm gonna survive, and you can profit off of it. And then after you collect your money, you can just invest it or put it away. Live off the interest, and then you can be comfortable for the next 40 years.
So you're a complete whole-on businessman. Yeah, like Evil Knievel. Stunt man that he profited out of his daredevilness.
That's true.
But okay, so you would go for that indestructible force.
See that, but then also at the same time, if you live for a guaranteed 100 years, you can see the progress of humanity. Like you can see what next technological advancement we're gonna do. Not just in technology, but in everything. Like in plants or in the cars or and you can see the evolution of everything.
Of course.
Because would you say that we've advanced a lot the last 20 years?
Oh yes, a lot. I mean, 20 years ago we didn't have what we're recording with.
That's true. Yeah,
our phones, and shit like that.
We wouldn't be able to do this, to be honest, in 20 years ago.
20 years ago, what would have been like 2001.
2001. Okay, let's bring it back. So 2001. What did we have back then? We had a Walkman.
No, it was. I mean, we were already with let's say with computers, we already had our Windows 2000 or XP, I think at that time.
XP, yeah. Dial-up internet though.
Dial-up internet. Gosh. So there was internet, there was communication out there. But yeah, all those things that we had, they all they evolved to the power that they have now. But again, like we have evolved in everything, every single aspect of this goddamn living organism.
20 years.
20 years
So
technology.
can you imagine how humanity's going to be in the next 100?
Dude, I was gonna ask you the same thing. Can you imagine what's gonna happen in the next 20 years
In our lifetime.
in our lifetime? You know, I'm safe to say that
You know, and it's sad when you think about it because the CD is something we grew up with, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's already being basically phased out.
I don't know how I feel about that, man. Like, are you more like, would you buy a CD? Going to somewhere that is, of course, the
Okay.
price is not like.
So if I went to like a music store,
Yeah.
would I buy a CD? Ooh, you know what? Only if I really like that band or if I really want to support it. But like, by and large, I wouldn't. I think I got spoiled with Spotify.
It's because you got everything there in your reach, but it's like I wanna touch base on this with you. It's I don't know how I feel about taking away the physical aspect of like let's for example a game and all you gamers out there, let me know if you agree with this. Back in the day, you had and you still do. But we're saying it less of short. You got your regular game, then you have your collector's edition, then you have your legendary edition, and then all those editions they have something else to offer, right?
That's
so
right.
one could have this little figure, and then the other one has a box and a crate. So
Yes.
taking away that physical aspect of just a digital copy, that's to me and it applies to movies too.
True.
It applies to anything, man. Like anything. I don't want to get too much into it, but I don't know, man.
But also so nowadays everything, dude, gaming. Look at PS5. They offer a version with the disc drive and a version without.
Okay. Yeah.
So everything's just becoming digital, and I think I'm part of that. I think I'm part of like the digital part.
Era.
Because I'm not really much of a collector. I'd rather just have like the actual thing itself, even if it's in a digital form.
Okay. Yeah.
But it also depends because I don't mind like a digital game, but I would mind a digital book. That's different for me. I don't know because I do enjoy having a book in my hands.
Oh, let's put a cap on this. I think digital, it provides. What's that word when you are? God damn it, I forgot. You have anything to say me while
Convenience?
Digital is convenience. That is
It
a word.
is.
And that and all, I think.
Dude, just straight up convenience. Can you imagine all the companies that are saving all that money? Like using this is like putting out in digital form?
Yeah, it's like, I want to watch a movie. Again, to the
Boom.
theater.
There you go.
I don't have to go to the theater now.
Exactly, yeah, boom.
I want to buy an album. Just go to Amazon Music.
Right
or
there.
Spotify, listen to it.
Spotify, Roku.
I want to buy a game. Go to the PlayStation Home. We got everything. So, I'm not against digital.
Okay.
I'm with the digital era.
You're with? All right.
I'm with. But I also like my physical stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can never take away that physical thing.
You
That's fine.
can. You can.
You know, because if you download a phone, you download a movie.
Pretty sure you can somehow.
Somehow. Oh, you can. They're called apps.
It's on a phone.
Or is it?
A phone in the phone?
Oh. Phoneception. So, okay, let's take a movie. You know, you download a movie to your tablet. You have it, but when you run out of battery, like, you don't have it anymore.
Well, yeah, you have the security that once you charge that battery, you'll have it again.
That's true. But like instead of like because I don't know if you ever did this, but I would share a game with my friends. Like we would kind of like pass around like this is when I had the PS2.
Like a copy.
Yeah, and we would kind of just pass the game around.
And see, there's a way now in which you could share games in the PS4,
True.
but digitally. You know, just by signing 2 accounts in the same PS4, you can play the same game.
Okay.
Weird shit, man. But I didn't like about the sharing games because if you lend it out to some irresponsible prick,
Scratches it.
scratch. And like you're so excited to get it back and play it. And you're like, what's going on?
It's not loading. Oh, did you have a PS2?
Yeah, I did.
when you would put in the game and it just like zoom and it would just like it would just stay black.
No, not even that. See, you're going a step ahead. Sometimes you know that home screen, the pillars there.
Yeah.
It just stay there.
And
then it just gives you the, like a minute later, like the please insert disc or the unsupported whatever. It's like the best console ever for me. That was PS2.
You know what? I think hands down the PS2 is, you know what, in my opinion, the PS2 is the best gaming console of all time.
Dude, and it's an old thing. Like gaming community, and you know, it's the best produced gaming console out there.
I'm trying to remember the name of the console that was, because it came out, the PS2 came out with Dreamcast.
Oh, dude, I love the Dreamcast.
Dude, I remember I think it was Xbox, Dreamcast, and PS2 that came out in that same time era, right? But Xbox and PS2 were basically competing.
Yeah.
When Dreamcast just got left behind.
Oh yeah, I did. I don't know the reasoning behind why it sucked. It didn't suck. It didn't suck because it had the same releases, releases as Xbox and PS2, but for some reason, man, it just became unsupported, and then
just kind of broke off.
It broke off, But
who was Dreamcast owned by? Sega.
Sega.
And then Sega was acquired by Nintendo.
I think because in one of the, I want to say, no, I would be lying. I don't know. That's a great question.
We're gonna have to fact check this.
We're gonna have to fact check this, but maybe I don't know.
No,
I thought Microsoft.
No, Microsoft acquired Xbox. No,
Well,
because Microsoft always had an Xbox. No?
Yeah, they were the creator.
Yeah. So Sega. Because I feel no. Okay, think about it. Sega owns Sonic, right? Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, it wouldn't make sense for Mario to own Sonic.
Yeah, no.
Would that mean that ultimately Mario is the boss? And he's like,
oh,
Sonic, here's my pipe. I don't know. Great question. I have to go back to it.
Fact checking later on.
Hey, or you guys fact check us.
Yes, let us know who owns Sega.
Or is Sega a sole enterprise in its own, and that's just not making games anymore?
Because I don't know. Because honestly, when I think of Sega, I just think of Sonic.
Yeah,
that's like I can't think of anyone else.
No, Sonic is the mascot,
the
face,
the bread and butter, basically.
Yeah, such as what would be PlayStation's mascot?
Ratchet and Clank.
Do you think so?
I think so. Like
there's too many titles out there to put up being one.
Oh, what was the number one game you played in? Or name the top 3 games you played with in the PS2.
Okay, straight off the bat, all of the Grand Theft Autos.
Of course, dude.
Okay,
yes.
So Grand Theft Auto 3.
All right.
There's one that I love. It was called Sly Cooper.
Oh yeah, the thief, the raccoon thief.
The thief. And I'll just leave it at top 2.
Top 2?
Yeah.
Okay. My top, for sure, right off the bat, when I think about it, when I think about all the hours I put in, I basically invested into the PS2.
You clock in.
I would say for sure, Jack and Dexter.
Okay.
That was my go-to. I loved it, and I think it would have to be a toss-up between the Simpsons games and like Sly Cooper.
At what point do you believe that one is a true gamer? What defines a true gamer, or just a basic gamer?
Ooh.
I call myself a basic gamer because I don't dive too deep into their titles, into their releases. I go for the mainstream. Once I'm done with the mainstream, I kind of just like, okay.
Okay, so like so a casual gamer then.
Yeah.
Is there would gamer be a universal term or a specific term? Because it's like saying like
that's true.
Because let's say someone that goes to the gym. Let's just you'll have your people that just go for like general fitness, but then there are people there to get like super swole,
that like work every single body part.
Does that mean that like the person that does fitness, are they gym bros? No, right?
I wouldn't think so. No.
But then would you say that gym bros are also fitness people? Oh, I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone is a fitness person in a gym, but not everyone is a gym bro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a great point. Now,
There you go.
how are you going to translate that to gaming?
That's kind of hard because like I think anyone can be a gamer if you think about it. Because I don't think there's like a minimum standard. You know? Wait. Ooh, actually, would you consider mobile game players gamers? Like people that play games on their phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it's a wide umbrella. Now, let me ask
Yeah.
you this. Ooh, this is going to get spicy. Do you think gaming should really be considered a sport?
Ooh, okay. That's a hard one. Because just like this is a hard question. Okay, let's take athletes for example. Athletes physically work hard to achieve their goal.
Mm-hmm.
Athletes, gamers, they put long hours into achieving their skills, right?
Of course.
Would I consider gaming a sport? No. I don't think I could.
I'm glad you said that. Wait, hold on. I would,
Really?
but a mental sport.
That's true.
You know, physical, not really. You really aren't moving from your chair, and all you're
Exactly.
moving are your, hands at some point,
Okay.
at some extreme. But mentally, you're working out, certain things in your mind, things come, for
Tactics.
long hours.
Tactics
For long,
and
very long
strategies.
hours. So I do believe that in a way it is kind of like a mind strengthening sport, as would be a puzzle or reading or something like that to that extreme. But when it becomes gaming for so many hours, I think that comes into. But should there be like a different label than sport?
I think that's an e-sport, no?
It's an esport.
E-sport. Are esports real sports? I think that's a more general question that we should be asking. Are esports
Are
real
esports
sports?
real sports?
And I think I've heard that topic being discussed everywhere because it's true. Like esports is becoming a thing. Like, okay, let's be honest. How many kids do you see out in the park nowadays?
Ooh,
Very
very few.
How many groups of kids do you see like running around enjoying like a basketball or soccer ball or like doing physical activities?
I'll tell you this: for a good time, a video game promoted physical activity, as in Pokemon Go.
Yes,
The
yes.
parks, the whole, parks, schools, everything was packed of kids, adults, young adults, even just
I
like
remember.
older people playing that game. And
For a while.
For a good while, I want to say a good solid half year.
A year, for sure.
A year.
A solid year.
Okay. Now you compare our downtown era during that time, and go right now. At the same time, it's the dead zone.
Yeah, it is.
So, to answer your question, do I see kids right on the regular in the park? No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, only forced by their parents, but
Yes, yes.
but no, I have not.
I think that's kind of sad that like physical activity, because physical activity is an important part to the human body. So
Of course, I don't think we're meant to be sedentary.
no, we're not. Why do you think so many people get so depressed working their office jobs, from 9 to 5? They'll be doing their job for like 15, 20 years. And then they're just like, what am I doing with my life? Because we're not meant to be in a cubicle. We're meant to be like moving and like doing things.
And then, something that I saw is that, us as creatures, we are always looking for a way to keep our minds stimulated.
Yes.
So you really can't. That's why I really have a huge respect to people that could definitely just like dig on the same thing and be like, this is my only goal, and the only goal. And dude, hats off. But I would speak for myself, and I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that you also look for different things. Of course, have your goal, but different things to stimulate you whenever things are getting tough.
Yes.
Let's say a 9-to-5 job. You got your side things to do. You're going to the park, you're going to the movies, you're going to somewhere, learning Spanish, drinking coffee, doing a podcast. Keep your mind stimulated. So I'm a huge advocate for doing that. But of course, also hats off to the people who definitely hammer down the long
same
hours.
thing,
The
yes.
long hours.
And I think with that in mind, of us keeping stimulated. So you go to a boring job that you honestly hate, So that's where I've noticed that like we're constantly seeking dopamine. So when we're using social media, we're getting that dopamine that we were missing throughout the day.
Ah, okay, I get you. I get you. Now, do you think social media is a tool to also, ¿cómo se dice? It's a space for you just to talk about yourself, selfishness.
A form of selfishness?
Yeah, it's a form of selfishness.
That's
also.
That's a good question.
Because what you're seeing on your news feed, it's just about people.
Yeah,
like, they're sharing about themselves most of the time. Let's be honest.
It's, you know what? I wouldn't say selfishness. I think it's more of a form of narcissism.
Narcissism, not selfishness.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't say selfishness, but narcissism. I think social media is a form of narcissism.
Okay. Okay. You just like to.
Because okay, let's be honest. How many people? I mean, it happens, but how many people put up bad news, like bad personal news, like
No.
like how many people do you see like, oh guys, I got an STD panel and I have gonorrhea, or you know, I recently got fired, or
I've seen that.
Yeah,
Not a lot. Not more than no. Look what I mean.
But like, how many personal bad news do you see?
Not many. Oh no, like.
Like, how many people do you actually see like, hey guys, I feel depressed today? You know, like genuine like feelings. Like no one puts that. Everyone puts out like, hey guys, I'm eating here.
More upbeat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see more upbeat than depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess it's not a very equal fraction, but yeah, I get you.
And that's why like social media is so toxic, because you only see like the good stuff. You know, as my friend says, the Kodak moments.
Oh, there you go.
You just see the Kodak moments. Like, okay, there was this video I saw. I don't know if it was on TikTok or where, but I saw a video where like all these girls were partying and having fun, but they had their phones out and they were recording. And then a few seconds later, they're recording, and all the girls are just now on their phone, quiet, because they were posting up that snippet into their feed.
You know what? That to me, that tells me straight out that you're not even interested in what you're watching, and like in the live person, let's say that concert that they were, or that event. But see, I've been guilty of doing that. But once I'm done with the recording, like I'll just put my phone back into it.
See,
I just feel weird of like when recording. Sometimes I look at the screen instead of looking at what's going on in front of me, because I'm recording the same thing, of course. True. But like that's something sad to hear. It's like, oh yeah, look at me here, and I'm just like you turn off, you know, like, and then why are you there? You know?
I think so. There was this picture that I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a picture of, I think it was either a concert or it was an event.
Okay.
It was a picture of an event, and you see everybody with their phones out recording, but there was this one old lady just looking, and she was just observing the event.
I love that, because she's in the moment.
She is.
She's in the moment, and that's something that Disturbed, you know, the band Disturbed, like they have stopped and singled out people like, hey, get the F out of my concert if you're gonna be doing that.
You know what? And that's why I like certain art. I think I'm trying to remember what Foo Fighters does. I'm trying to remember if they promote it or there was a band I remember that they were just like, turn off your phones, just enjoy the moment, where they blatantly told everyone just to like stop.
I could hear that coming out of Dave Grohl's mouth. You know, he's a guy that pretty much wants you to enjoy your hard-earned money.
That's true.
Hey, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. Why are you gonna go and spend your money when you're just not gonna be enjoying it? You know, are you doing it just to please somebody, or just to take that Kodak moment?
Yes.
You know? Yeah, I don't know, man.
So one last thing I wanted to talk about with current events. It's not that current, but I think it's an interesting topic I want to bring up.
Okay.
So about 2 months ago, give or take, New Mexico made it official that cannabis is now recreational.
Oh, la ganja.
La ganja.
Okay.
So, here's my question. Do you think New Mexico is going to be the new Colorado in the form of opportunity? Because they were already using cannabis for like medical reasons.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But now that
now
it's open, now that it's open range, do you think that people are now going to start flocking over to New Mexico to get that opportunity?
Do I think people are gonna go to the land of enchantment and
Ah.
ganja? Probably, especially this city that was like literally 45 minutes away from it, or 30 minutes away from it. I would say it would. But I'm like, would you just go there for that only reason? Because what else? I'm sorry, New Mexico people, if you are watching, but what is there to do because this stereotype of New Mexico is just a big bowl of nothing, desert, just desert, not
brown
nothing,
land.
but just brown land, and like I don't know if it would cute, like it would be I don't know, man, and that's a toughie.
Because okay, this is why I'm asking, or this is why I'm bringing it up. Because if you look up New Mexico, I'm not saying everywhere, but generally, if you look up land and property in New Mexico, it's affordable.
Okay.
Like Alamogordo. Let's take Alamogordo for example. You can get a good house for $100,000.
Why do you think it's like that? Do you think it's because of the same thing?
I think
there's really
nothing.
I don't want to say nothing because to them it's
home, and like
home.
You're insulting them.
It's like here. It's like wow, El Paso.
Okay, I would say it's not a state to go for entertainment. Wow, that's rough. It's because when I say entertainment, I'm talking about like theme parks, like water parks, like
maybe there is, and we're just ignorant. I'm sorry.
Okay. Name me 3 big cities in New Mexico that you can think of right now.
Albuquerque.
Okay.
Straight out. Santa Fe.
All right.
And Las Cruces, our neighboring city.
That's true. Okay. From those 3 cities, name me one big attraction in each one.
I know for a fact, and I envy this in a good way. Albuquerque has the Isleta Pavilion, which a lot of artists go.
Wow, okay.
Musicians, bands, and all that. So for that. And then Santa Fe, I think they have a good amount of museums. I think New Mexico's known for museums also.
That's right.
And Las Cruces, developing city, but what do they have? They have
NMSU.
Hey, they have the Pan American Center.
They do have the Pan American
But I mean, in entertainment, I get you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but going back to
scaling back, is New Mexico going to be the next Colorado in the form of opportunity?
That's the key word, opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows until it happens.
That's true.
Would I like to see it? I would love to see that. Would I be going to seeking ganja opportunity? Probably not.
No.
What about you?
I genuinely thought about it. If I would be okay, like I would go for it. If I had like, obviously I don't have like the financial backing, but let's say like there's like a couple of investors that are just like, hey, you know what? Like if you go out there and do it, we'll fund you the money. Then I'll go for it. I would go for it.
You know what? And all in all, I want to say that there is an opportunity for a lot of products and businesses to grow from that. So yeah, I'm gonna be in a positive outlook, and I'm pretty sure that New Mexico is gonna live up to its quote nickname.
A land of enchantment.
Yes.
So we'll see in the next 5 years. I say a solid 5 years, and we're gonna
solid 5 years. Oh yeah.
We're gonna see.
And as those 5 years come, let's see how many other states.
True. That proceed. How many? I don't even know how many states legalize it now.
For sure, probably Texas is not gonna be one.
No.
Nor it's weird to say that Texas is not the most strict state out there. Arizona hasn't been.
Oh yeah.
Arizona is like a.
Yes, dude. So.
I wanna fast forward 5 years.
True. Me too.
What?
And on that note, I think it's
it was
pretty good topic.
Nice topic to end it, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? To all of you guys that are still here, comment down below. Ganja. No, I don't think we did to close this. The cups here from Kinley's House of
Yes.
Coffee.
House of Coffee.
Usually have, is this an art? They have like a art.
I think today it's basic.
Just
I don't.
basic,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's no because you would see the name. So this is just basic today. No art.
In a nutshell, I really enjoy going there. Mostly not because of just the coffee. Coffee is coffee, but I get to pick Herman's brain and just have a talk with a fine gentleman,
I think that's called a lobotomy.
and and just enjoy. I think Meadow, is it better than Starbucks?
Ah.
Starbucks, I've always said that it sells convenience. But just as any coffee shop, of course.
Comment below. What's the best coffee you've had?
That's the best
Comment below.
coffee. Yeah. And with that note, I want to say that cheers to
Cheers.
second episode, and I hope that is way better than the first one,
Yes.
audio-wise and all that. It was a pilot, remember that. But having that said, any last words?
That's it. So we will see you guys next week.
Now, close it in Spanish. And I'll close it in German.
Okay, hold on. Los vemos el mes que viene. Oh no, la semana. Los vemos la semana que viene.
Auf Wiedersehen.
And cut.
I forgot that's the right way to say it. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's a nice one, bro.
That was way better.
Yeah.
That helped us.
That helped us in the key points.
The key points.
No, that was a good one. I liked it.
We talked about gaming a little more than I expected, but I liked it.
Yeah. I think it was a good call.
Poor Dreamcast, man. How did we do it last time? How did we do it last time?
Oh yeah, we did transfer the Bluetooth.
Bluetooth? Yeah, because we tried to do it over, right? Like we tried to, or you tried to connect it but it wouldn't pop up.
Well, I couldn't find the folder. Watch your porn and shit.
Watch my massive porn folder. I like how this is still recording. Dude, you should save like these little clips like at the end. Or you know what would be fun? Like hopefully if things go well, save these little clips at the end and then like bloopers.
Hey, do you want to do like I was thinking the other day? Seasons?
Seasons?
Or just like
I wouldn't mind like episode. I know it's gonna sound weird. 101 or like season 1, episode 1. Yeah, it's like season 2. It'll be like 201, 202. So it's like the first number is a season and like the second number is like
the show. Like you watch
yeah.
it's like 2 and 02.
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty cool. Joe Rogan just said fuck it and he just started uploading.
You just kept
episode
going
1020.
Let's see. So, is your Bluetooth on?